Hi there. Thank you again for watching Excuse the Beard. And today I'm going to talk about the most weird aviation-related news item I've read in India in the last few days. That is that Spicejet is taking up two 777-200ERs as part of their compensation package from Boeing for the grounding of the MAX fleet. I don't know if it is the entire compensation package or it is just part of the compensation package. It's just quite bizarre because see, the 777-200ER is not a new aircraft. The last ones were built in 2007 and 8 when Boeing shifted pretty much wholly to the 300ER and a couple of 200LRs and the freighters. And now Boeing is shifting to the 8X and the 9X. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is I don't know what Spicejet is going to do with this aircraft. And, while they tweeted it first, then there was a news piece in the Times of India. And according to that news piece, Ajay Singh, the CEO of Spicejet, wants to operate these aircraft to North America. A subfleet of 2 aircraft. Now, keep in mind, flights from Delhi to the East Coast, which a 200ER can do because United has run 200ERs on that route just about, but they can do it, take 14 to 15 hours. That is if you get Russian airspace, overflight airspace permissions, and that, as American Airlines is discovering, is not easy. Permissions can come and go. And if you don't get permissions, you have to fly over Europe, and that takes another 2 hours, 16 hours, which a 200ER can definitely not pull. I have done very long haul flights on a 200ER with British Airways, which I did a return flight to and from Buenos Aires to Heathrow, and it's not comfortable. And the 200ER in this case is an old aircraft. I don't know how Spicejet will spruce it up, and the aircraft will cost several $1 million to spruce up. So it's just like it's a head scratcher. Can Spicejet, who want the GST authorities to give them cut them some slack with their dues, afford to put in new seats and services on board a 777-200ER. Even if they get one which is in a relatively decent state of nick, like the Thai Airways is 200ERs that they're trying to dispose of, but they're getting them from as compensation from Boeing. It'll probably be aircraft that are leased out by Boeing Capital, so it'll probably not be very they won't be new aircraft by any stretch of imagination, and they won't be worth all that much. And even with the engines, I don't know how much it will be worth. So it's a bizarre one for me. And running them to North America, old aircraft, which you'll have to update. Let's be honest, Spicejet isn't famous for their levels of service. Now, I've had decent Spicejet flights, and I've had bad Spicejet flights, which I think, anybody who flies as much as I do, that will happen. But yeah, the bad outweighs the good usually. And my last domestic sector on Spicejet was Jaisalmer to Delhi, and I walked in with a banana peel on my seat. So yeah, there is that indeed. So I've had some decent experiences on Spicejet, but for an airline that's always on the verge of collapse, no matter who owns it, when the first stint of Ajay Singh, it was badly run and things weren't great. Marans, of course, towards the end, it was in a dire state. I would like Spicejet. I know they want to go abroad, but again, I'm not sure I want to travel for hours and hours on a low-cost airline, and 14-15 hours. I think they would do better if they could just get their act together and maybe even run these aircraft on regional routes, maybe to the Arabian Peninsula or to Southeast Asia. Of course, that depends on what Omicron is about. But even if, I'm sure you could fill up seats to Singapore. And maybe you can even run it as a high capacity domestic aircraft. You can have up to 400 seats on a 200ER. And I think it'll be fabulous as a aircraft you can run between Delhi and Mumbai, for example. Why not? Why not run it between 400 seats between Delhi and Mumbai? Double the capacity of a 737. The seat mile cost will be extremely low. And if the aircraft was to go tech, as they call it, it won't be so bad. But this is a bit of a head scratcher. I don't know what Spicejet is going to do with these aircraft. If you have any thoughts, would you fly on Spicejet for 14 or 15 or even 16 hours on a long haul flight between India and North America because the fares are super low? Let me know what you think. Let me know if you do it. And thank you so much for watching.